After I saw Miss Hinanai leave, I returned to Hakugoro at once. I did not comprehend what had occurred at the time, but I knew that Miss Hinanai's flustered state was unusual, at least. But at any rate, I saw nothing else. So you noticed no one else? Yes, Your Honor. My deepest apologies. It seems as if the witness has nothing else to offer regarding this case. But if we would not know until I cross-examine her. So you believe there is something to be gleaned from her testimony? To me, it would seem like a wiser choice to back out while you still can. But regardless of the outcome of this particular gambit, even if you have no choice but to admit your client is guilty, it's true that there isn't much to your testimony on the surface. But I can't store away this chance, as it may be my last. Time to start digging. Let's unearth some loose ends. Oh. Ah, crap. Oh, there you go. After I saw Miss Hinanai leave, I returned to Hakugoro at once. And why did you do that? You had yet to reclaim your alarm clock from Miss Kawashiro, correct? Yes, that was indeed the case. However, I did not comprehend. Yep. So Miss Hinanai's expression, was that unsettling? Yes, it was. Knowing her usual attitude, it must have been quite a predicament. So you left out of fright? Yes, precisely. So after you saw Miss Hinanai in her upset condition, you left in terror. That is why you're saying you saw something else. That's right. So I did not see any further reason for the cross-examination too. It doesn't look like Miss Kumpako likes being cross-examined. Well, most people who are hiding something don't, so I can't really blame her. Maybe I should press a little harder. Can I save it? Well, it's not like I have much choice, so... Might as well go for it. Is that really the only reason you fled? Whatever do you mean by? The day after the incident occurred, I spotted you near the scene of the crime. If I were to guess, you still want to recover your alarm clock. However, you never came in contact with Miss Kawashiro that night. Why? That day? Why not? Because it was just after the incident had occurred. Why ever would I not be frightened to approach her house? However, that does not change the fact that you did. That's because I wanted the clock back as soon as possible. I tried to build up the courage to do so, but I was unable to remain for long. But I'm sure you should have heard about the case from someone that following day, not to mention the rest of Miss Hinanai as the suspect. I would think there would be no need to be scared past that point. Oh, that's because... Answer the question, Miss Kumpaku. Why were you so afraid? Very well, I shall confess all. That, after I saw Miss Hinanai, I heard it. The voice of a ghost. A ghost? I looked all around me, but there was no one else there but me. It must have been that ghost of which the rumors from the human village spoke. But aren't you half phantom yourself? You know what? I've asked this ever since I did my interesting Touhou facts about Youmu. But you know what? And my character profile. But you know what? Fuck that shit. Which is precisely why I never wish to speak of it. A phantom being scared of another? How degrading. At the very least, I can understand why you fled the crime scene. Please append this to your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. Are you sure you didn't hear something? Nothing of the sort. I heard it as clear as the blue sky. But there was no one there. That is why I was so frightened. It appears I need to find something to end this little misconception. Aya, can you figure something out from her testimony? Shouldn't it be obvious? I have to, otherwise the trial is over. That's why I asked you. It doesn't matter if I'm okay or not. I just need to find a hint. Then I guess you're not okay. You really had to guess with that about that? All right, let's. I'll cut it off and try to find the right clue. Right, so be right back. All right, I got it. Okay. It seems we finally struck gold in the form of proof of a third party. What in blazes are you getting at? Where did the witness mention a third party in her testimony? It seems rather obvious to me. It was the ghost at the crime scene. Miss Shameimaru, please don't tell me you're claiming that a ghost is the real culprit. That's just what I am claiming, Your Honor. The defense accuses the ghost as a true perpetrator. What? Just what is the meaning of this, Miss Shameimaru? The prosecution demands an explanation too. This is madness. Madness or not, it all makes sense if you think about it, scientifically. Did you say scientifically? There is just one contradiction in Miss Kumpaku's testimony. One part of the rumor of the ghost is that it only haunts the human dreams village. However, Miss Kumpaku encountered the ghost on Yokai Mountain. This is a clear contradiction. But I honestly did hear it. I heard the ghost at the crime scene. Exactly, immediately after the incident, yes? This is the sequence of events that night. Immediately after the incident, the ghost was born at Miss Kawashiro's house, then made its way to the village. That is how Miss Kumpaku was able to run into the ghost. Oh, I can't tell what is going on anymore. Why was a ghost born at the victim's house? And that goes completely against what you said earlier about thinking scientifically. I'm getting there. Miss Kumpaku, what traits would you say this ghost had? In accordance with everyone else who had encountered the ghost, it is completely invisible and the only thing known for sure is that it has a voice. Meaning no one can see this ghost. And why is that? Because it's a ghost? There's a more scientific explanation. This is the true form of the ghost. That's the optical camouflage suit. I'm sure you've realized it by now. The stolen article in this case is Miss Kawashiro's self-made optical camouflage suit. By using this, it is possible to become invisible to the eye. So you're saying that by using the suit, it's possible to make yourself invisible just like a ghost? Exactly, Your Honor. And then, after seeing Miss Hiranai flee the crime scene, Miss Kumpaku heard the voice of this ghost. Meaning the ghost cannot be Miss Hiranai. Furthermore, this proves the presence of a third party beyond a shadow of a doubt. No! Ridiculous! It may seem ridiculous, but it's obvious when you think about it. At the very least, it creates no further contradictions. Yes, it is just as you say, Tengu. I was merely shaken. Now that I've thought about it, it is obvious. Obvious that the ghost is actually Tenshi Hiranai. What did you say? You've set it all this up yourself, so there's no point in trying to deny it now. The thief stole the suit and used it immediately after doing so. That means that whoever was holding the suit was the criminal. And you're saying that the suit was found in the pocket of the defendant when she was arrested. Anyone other than her being the thief is simply impossible. Ah, shoot! I completely forgot about that! What are we going to do, Aya? If we don't do something, it'll be like we proved nothing at all. It seems that not even our star defense attorney can successfully plead this Celestial's case. Please wait. Miss Kumpaku didn't encounter the ghost after Miss Hiranai left the house, didn't she? How could have Miss Hiranai been the ghost? It would seem perfectly reasonable to consider her returning later wearing the suit, would it not? But would she need to come back to leave traces of her presence? No less. That kind of behavior is ridiculous. Ridiculous or not, you obviously thought it up. At the very least, it creates no further contradictions. Ugh. Oh yes, I almost forgot. Even if your theory did prove the presence of a third party, the identity of this presence is unknown. The identity is at the heart of the matter. Can you provide this identification for us? Can you do it, Aya? Can you prove who the ghost is, the third party, and the thief? Yes, I know who it is. However, we don't have a single thing linking them to this case. So that means you can't prove it. Sad but true. No. It seems that the defense has no further rebuttal. But of course, because Tenshi Hiranai is the true perpetrator. Now I shall hand out my... Hold on a second. Don't go handing out anything yet. Miss Kawashiro. Really sorry. Finding the owner of the fingerprints was a lot harder than I expected. But after a while, I finally nailed it down. Just what is the fuss about? Your Honor, I have brought decisive evidence with me, so please accept it. Order. Did you say decisive evidence? Would this happen to be based on the data the prosecution gathered? Well, the thing is, you should be fairly aware of this. As a forensic investigators, You are not to cooperate with the defense. I'm very sorry, but I wanted to help to find the real thief. That's why Actually, I was the one who asked Miss Kawashiro for her help. She is not the one at fault. Well, I suppose it's fine. At this juncture, my refusal will be construed as concealment of investigation evidence. We might as well see it. In that case, I will call for recess. Afterwards, we shall scrutinize the decisive evidence. Understood, Your Honor. This trial is now in recess.